Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So recently we all know about the story of Mr. Ibu. Long story short, for anyone that does not know, Mr. Ibu is a Nigerian actor, and recently the wife came out and she was saying about the husband has a new girlfriend or whatever he was saying. She was saying he has a girlfriend and he's claiming that the girlfriend is his daughter and all of that. And then the next thing, the guy came out and said that this is an adopted daughter, that they should not mind his wife and all of that. And the adopted daughter came out and said that the wife, all she wants is money, that she has, she says she's adopted. The man's sons came out and said, yes, this is our adopted sister and all of that. And the adopted daughter said, yeah, I think she was living in Cyprus or whatever. And she was saying something about the wife, all the wife wants is money. She just, if you don't give her money, she gets angry. That all of her own is like, all she's after is money and all of that going on. Long story short, some people are saying, oh, how can it be adopted daughter? Typically, Nigerians don't adopt children when they already have children. The man has his own biological children. So it's very unusual for Nigerians to adopt. It does not make sense. Maybe that girl is truly his girlfriend and all of that jazz. Okay, let me say how I feel about the whole thing. I watched it and I felt like, to be honest, I kind of felt a bit embarrassed for the family. Let me put it like that. Because I just felt like, seriously, it didn't need social media. That story did not need social media. I shouldn't have come out on social media. And I don't know, to be honest with you guys, what the wife was hoping to achieve. I do not know. I do not know what's going on in her mind by coming out and doing that. But I think eventually they made peace. They were on that Freezer platform. They made peace and all of that. But I don't want to dwell on all of those aspects. But I want to talk about bringing family quarrel, family drama on the internet, right? I don't know if it's actually the best way to handle family situation. No family that does not have their own dramas. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people keep their own dramas, in their own homes. As someone that creates content, I've shared some content that are about my family. Like, about my growing up, my parents fighting, and, some of the things that and if you listen to my videos, if you watch any of the videos where I share about my life in any way, it's typically because I'm trying to bring out the lessons that I got out of those life experiences. And I'm hoping it's going to help somebody else. Like the video about my parents fighting or whatever. I remember telling parents, before you fight, remember that you can't wipe it away from the memory of your children. You don't know the effect it may have on them. It can damage children. Emotionally, it can, And I talked about, the way I phrased it, because that is how I thought about it even when I was a kid growing up, is be careful, don't allow your hatred for each other to be greater than the love you have for your children. Because if you love your children more than you hate your ex, you will see that there are some things you will not do because of your children. They need to be protected, right? Okay. I'm just going back to in situations where I have shared my own family stories. So everything, I always share them with lessons that I've always said it. Like all the life experiences and our life stories, there are some of them that I feel like we should not go to the grave with them. They are useless in the grave. When you share it, you are educating somebody, helping to expose somebody to some truth that you have learned with your own life, that you're not wasting those experiences. But when I looked at this couple, when the whole thing, I just saw, honestly, I just felt like it's embarrassing, especially for a man of his age. Now, looking at all of that, I asked myself the message in the whole drama. Whether the man has married 20 times, whether he has adopted child, he doesn't have adopted child, and all of those things, they're actually irrelevant to us, the viewers. Okay? The two things that I believe people should get out of the whole thing. They were talking about he was unwell, he was in hospital. And when they asked him what was wrong with him, it happens to be that he has high cholesterol. Okay? And I think that is something for a lot of people to take out of it. And they said the wife has always said, oh, he eats whatever he likes and all of that. I made a post on Facebook in which I was saying that in the past, there was a time when, big belly, they call them pot belly, was evidence of good living. Big belly was a sign that somebody was chopping life. Was a sign of, it was actually in vogue, it was a banner. But these days, like I made in that post, I said, now we know better and we're doing better. Everybody is realizing that the bigger the belly as a man and even as a woman is a sign of health problems to come. There can be diabetes, there can be, in his case, they said high cholesterol, high blood pressure, a lot of health problems that can come. And I just thought, to be honest with you guys, when I watched and they were saying he wasn't well, and then they say it was high cholesterol, I thought to myself, you know, there is something that can be done for that. The focus at this point should be, you know, things like what diet is he going to be on. When I say diet, I'm not saying starve yourself, but take out some things from his food that are not good for his body. Because don't forget that stuff like that is fat storage. When your body has more fat than it needs, it stores them. That let's store it here in case we'll need it later. But if you keep giving it more and more and more of those food that are not, you know, nutritional food, are just fattening food, it will keep building more and more. And I looked at that video, I thought to myself, like, this family should put a lot of effort when it comes to the area of choosing what this man eats. More fruits and vegetables. It doesn't mean you can't eat some of the junk food, but we can all eat them sometimes, but make them the least on our diet. Focus on things like that, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, his health has to be looked after so that he can last long for them. Let me tell you guys, let me say it here. Somebody can eat right and exercise and everything and can still drop and be gone. But at least people will know that I didn't do it to myself. Another good thing people take for granted is walking. Walk at least 30 minutes every day. Fast walk 30 minutes every day. You know, if you can, 1 hour will be amazing. But if you can't, 30 minutes every day, walk. And when you eat your swallows, right? Nowadays, there are different kinds of swallows. There's cabbage swallow, there's cauliflower swallow, there are a lot of swallows in place of pounded yam and some of those things that gives you so much calories that you cannot even burn because you're not that active, right? So even the swallow, if you say you must eat eba, eat small, but eat a lot of ugu, vegetables, ugu, whatever in your soup, so that you're eating a lot, but you're eating a lot of good things. Small eba. See, I'm not doing this for Mr. Ibu alone. For anybody that is watching this, to take this message from it. Forget about the family drama. It don't concern you, it don't concern me, right? But this is the things that concerns us as human beings, right? If you want to eat eba, eat small eba, a lot of vegetables in your soup, and a lot of fish, prawn, seafood. Don't eat too much red meat. Don't eat too much of it. Maybe some. But you can eat a lot of fish, a lot of prawn, a lot of pala, dry fish, a lot of it. Those will fill you up, but you're not filled up with carbs. You get my point? So you will still be full, but you'll be full with the right stuff. And going for your walks. Look at this man's diet. It's not a matter of go to hospital, the hospital. No. His diet has been looked into to help him last long for his family. For anybody watching this, the same story. Okay. And then the other area I want to go to is when they say the wife, she always asking for money. She's always like, let me say this for us as women. This is 2023. I personally believe that every woman should be financially independent. That's how I feel. My opinion. Right? You can leave your opinions in the comment section. It's very important. Because if your husband is a billionaire or whatever, and he say don't work, then make sure there is an investment for you somewhere with your name on it. It's not the one he say, it's either my investment that is on his name is for you. With your name. If you say, you don't need it, make sure there is something. If your husband is a billionaire, he's very rich, make sure there's a monthly allowance he's giving you that is enough for you to have a big savings. In case of Adia Mama, Tobaya, your husband can become unwell. God forbid, his life can end. Your husband may lose his job. A lot of things can happen. And you will see that because you were ready financially, it will not be that tough. Marriages are ending, and so women are leaving marriages with nothing. Absolutely nothing. It is so important. I know of a lady once that was saying she's not working, the husband is not working. And she said the husband told her to stay at home. I said, they never born the man that, see, it's unfortunate if a man lost his job for whatever reason and he cannot provide for his family. Unfortunate is not his fault or whatever. But that man cannot tell me not to work. You know what happened? Because what in that case, from what I think, you know, there are some men that believe that if they are not working, their wife is working, they are going to turn to woman rapper in their house. For me, it doesn't matter. No man will make my children starve. They never born the man that will make me sit at home when he has lost his job, sit at home for my children to starve. It no go happen. I grew up in poverty, and I don't plan for that for my children. You get my point? If me and a day we are starving, I can be managing, but I cannot starve my children because a man said so. So the two things, like I said, his diet, we can learn from that aspect. You understand? You know, high cholesterol can be prevented. And even when you get it, there are ways to help bring it down. Right? Now, talking about the financial aspect, they said the man is no longer working, but the wife is always calling him, I need money for this, I need money for that. Maybe because he's alive. The day the man drops, God forbid, he will live long life or whatever. But the day the man leaves this world, who is she going to call for money? Where is she going to go for money? I'm not saying this to diss somebody or to. I'm just saying it for practical reasons. Practical reasons. Especially when you start having children. It's not about you. It's not about the man. It's about those children. Their needs become top priority above everything else. You prepare every single day for in case of anything. Because today are the two things that came to my mind. His health, and then the other aspect is the importance for the wife to be prepared. I say it again, if your husband is a billionaire and say stay at home, fine. But make sure that there is that billions that he has, you're getting enough pocket money from him that is equivalent to if you were working. I hope I'm making sense. Because when I watched that video and said the wife was always asking for money, it's because she's a housewife. Doesn't have anything doing. Bottom line, I believe from the whole saga, the only two things that I believe we should take out of it are those two things. The importance of financial independence for your children. Forget about yourself. For your children. And then the importance of looking after your health. That is, for me, like I said, whenever there's a drama, I always look for what is the message there for me. What is the message that I can share? This is the message that I can share from their own drama. If this man does not have this amount of, weight that needs to go, the chances that he would have high cholesterol would be less. You understand? And now that he has it, there are solutions to it. And the other area is the area of finance. Because the whole drama, let me tell you guys, if that wife had her own money, I don't believe she would have come out in public with that drama that she came out with. This is, like I said, the message I think that is in that story. As always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.